Do you know why you came here? You know which politicians you'll be talking to shortly. This indicates that you desire change. It's truly time for that change. It's time to say enough to the system that has governed us for so long. The system that destroys our beautiful country, that destroys us Poles. Because we are only needed by all those politicians who now sit in government or in the parliamentary majority for that. And only then, we are only important to them during elections when they can cast their votes and leave a mark on the ballot paper. Then they can promise us literally everything. Peers on a willow, a tax-free amount, voluntary social security, no queues to doctors. They'll say anything to convince us. And part of the public is unfortunately fooled into trusting these people. And so we have what we have. But you are here because you know that we, like you, want change. We finally want real, substantial change. We are doing what we can to give that breath of uncertainty on the backs of those who are now in power, to give that breath of uncertainty on the backs of the bureaucrats, so that they no longer manage to push everything through the European Parliament. We strive to inform you as much as we can and as best as we are able about what is happening in the Polish Sejm and in the European Parliament. We want you to understand the challenges we face, how determined they are to undermine us, and how fiercely they want to pressure us. We are making every effort to connect with an increasing number of Polish citizens. To demonstrate that, firstly, nothing is impossible, and that we can indeed accomplish remarkable feats together. Our ideas and our solutions are very simple and basically limited to two slogans. Firstly, we want to live a normal life. This is the slogan with which I went to the European Parliament. We want to live normally. We want to live free from this bureaucratic grip, from this pathology, which is eating up the European Parliament, which is eating up the Polish Sejm. We want to live normally, and we want to live in a proud and wealthy country. They are capable of promising us everything, as long as we just break down, provided we just have a moment of uncertainty and cast our votes for them. The outcome is that after a year of governance by the new coalition, people are distancing themselves from it. On one hand, this is good because it shows they see hope in us, a new hope for Polish politics, a new hope for Poland. On the other hand, it's a shame about this year, which was simply wasted on a rogue government, which only ruins every aspect of practically our lives, from the public media to the justice system, to the tax system, or any other aspect that will impact us directly. And for me, the most important, the flawed or one of the more flawed actions of the new government is that it fully supports what is happening in the European Parliament, what is happening in the European Union. I've been there now for a few months, and I can see what kind of monster we're dealing with, because the bureaucracy next to all of this is a feather. What we are witnessing is blatant external lobbying, which is not affiliated with the EU, but rather from outside its borders. The goal of this lobbying is to take over the European market and create dependency among Europeans on goods imported from China, imported from South America, or from other parts of the world. And just look at the hypocrisy of it all. They are fighting against global warming, imposing various climate taxes on us, and introducing ETS-I and ETS-2, which will come into effect in 2027. We will be paying for CO2 emissions. Only somehow they don't mind, as they need to import various parts for wind turbines or photovoltaics from China. This way there is no carbon footprint. It doesn't bother them when food needs to be imported from South America. At that point, there is no carbon footprint. Why is there no carbon footprint? Because that's when Germany benefits. If Germany is making money, global warming is not an issue. If Poland were to profit, global warming would be huge. And we have to pay huge amounts of money for some imaginary speculative tax. Everyone who defends EU climate policy at this point is either a moron or is being paid by the bureaucrats and funded by this whole green-laden pathological agenda. And I won't change my mind. Some might say I'm too harsh, but that's just the truth. Rejects those green energy and climate-related whims. People are waking up, seeing that this is one big financial scam, and that's very good. Let's wake up before it's too late. Let us wake up in the year 2025 when we will have the opportunity to insert a wedge into this arrangement and partially stop it, and simultaneously pave the way for a proper government to finally be established in 2027. A pro-Polish government. A government that will operate in the best interest of everyone, particularly the Polish people.